Jeez.
Okay, we have Hoax Hate to get to, which seems almost exactly like last week's Hoax Hate, but is not. It's a different story.
Are you sure? Because I read this and I was like, what?
I checked.
And now the nobody saw it happen, but it's totally a product of Trump's America hoax hate crime of the week.
Ah, shit, it's backwards. You think they'll notice?
Well, in Sacramento, California, at C.K. McClatchy High School, racist graffiti was discovered written over a water fountain. And this is a dual water fountain. It's one of those water fountains that has like a drinking faucet for your mouth and one that fills up a water bottle. So it's got two faucets.
Oh, I thought you meant like one for black people and one for white people.
Well, that's how it was presented because the perpetrator wrote white on one side of this dual fountain and colored over the other, which is a reference to Jim Crow segregation. And so the school investigated, and much like last week, a black chick student did it. She is on camera and she admits it, but the activists are still not satisfied.
We are tired of district excuses. We are tired of district letters. We are tired of we are investigating. What we want is consequences.
Sac City schools hit repeatedly with racist vandalism.
Last Friday, someone wrote the words white and colored over water fountains here at McClatchy High School, obviously a reference to the Jim Crow era. Tonight, we're learning the district is disciplining the student involved, but it stopped short of calling it racial hatred or a hate crime. Mark Harris tells me a black female student confessed to the vandalism, and the investigation shows her on camera. He tells me the student said she did it as a prank.
I don't believe that those words that were on those water fountains were racist. I do not believe they were hate crime or hate speech. Part of it, quite honestly, is because the admitted perpetrator is an African-American young woman.
However, some activists question the evidence, citing mistrust of the district's handling of racism in the past.
What? I don't even understand. How are they squaring that circle? Like she was motivated to do it because in the past they've
I don't know. Frankly, I couldn't even understand the reasoning. But yeah, to be clear, it's on video and she admits, I did it. You got me. And you got these activists standing outside the school. We don't trust you because you didn't do a good job on past racist investigations.
Dude, this is low effort shit. Where are the Jews when you need them to like do these high effort hate crimes and like to have those boards with that like meme where everything's
you want the is that an
other?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia thing? You want that?
Yeah, that's
you
what
want
I want.
The hate crimes?
I want that Columbia professor back that wrote all those hilarious things about Jews on our walls.
Well, before the finding was out, of course, the condemnation at the school was rampant. Superintendent Jorge Aguilar said, quote, I am both I'm both angry and heartsick that racist graffiti was discovered on the C.K. McClatchy campus today. We take this incident very seriously. Racism and racist language will not be tolerated in our schools. A black father of a student at the school said, there's something about our culture in the Sacramento City School District that has to be addressed. The inequities, the performance of black kids, the racism, it has to stop. Well, maybe if the black kids were, spending more time in school or at least had more time with teachers instead of investigating racist incidents, perhaps academic achievement might
it's so
improve.
Stupid. I'm so sick of I'm so sick of this. You know what is so much worse for the black community than white racism that doesn't really exist anymore? Black fatherlessness that would solve all of these problems. I almost said crimes because, black people are criminal. But this is what really needs to be done here. All right. This is a nuclear family problem. I'm not going to be blamed anymore for this kind of stuff. And if there really was white racism, they wouldn't have to continue making this stuff up, would they?
Well, you wonder where all the obvious counters are. It's like, oh, these fakes are so rare compared to the real ones. Really? Because there's multiple, the story cites multiple instances of unsolved ones in the Sacramento School District. And to the point on the repetition, I remembered a prior case within the Sacramento School District that I had to come back to it and figure out, is this actually the same place and the same people? It was this story that we covered in December. A vice principal in Sacramento High School claimed that there was racist graffiti near her parking spot. Remember, we were trying to figure out what the hell is near. It wasn't on your parking spot.
It wasn't even close, was it?
It was nearby.
Yeah.
But they are two different high schools in Sacramento under the same school district. So not the exact same case. But you go back to this story from today. And I thought that commentary from that sharp-dressed man was particularly interesting because that is Mark Harris, who is the school district's race and equity monitor. Yes, they have a race and equity monitor. It's like the hall monitor, but with racial motivation, I guess. And he said, I'm not calling this a hate crime in part because the girl who did it is black. Well, what's the implication there? If a white, she did it, it was a prank. But if a white chick did it as a prank, it's a hate crime or a hate incident. How is that equal protection? How is that fair treatment? People of one race can do this and it's fine. People of another race, if they do it, it's not just a punishable incident. It's the worst sort of hate punishable incident.
I'm so tired of this every week. We just talked about something like 2 weeks ago that was exactly the same as this.
We have to keep going until the systemic racism ends. But we'll see if the activists uncover the truth. They're still searching for who really the real racist who did this. Anything else before the movie review?
Tired, Skag. I'm tired of this story. We're telling the same story every week. Nothing ever changing.
I enjoy this story. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to continue chronicling it.